Zach, let's get back to the hotel.
First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea.
Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Hello, this is Masamaki21 here with another installment to Deadly Premonition, the director's cut. Continuing from where I left off, I don't remember what happened last. This is the problem when I don't do things for a while. It's like about a week. Like the week before I played, and then last week I didn't. So this is the next week. And I can't remember what happened last. I think I'm not even gonna try. Things happened. People died. Probably. I don't know. Right now, George is asking if we want to go talk about some things, and he wants to go to a bar to do it, and that sounds a little shady to me. A little shady, man. So, I'm gonna do it, because I'm pretty sure it'll give us some more story, a little background about George, what's going on. So let's go have a drink, see what's going on, see what's happening.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
I could have sworn he wanted me to get her some flowers. Like, what? Why do you want to get flowers for that
was
lady?
Definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York.
That was creepy.
I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I?
He looks so drunk.
Both Becky and Diane would still be alive.
Yeah, it's your
I
fault.
could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen.
Such a lie. He invited me to the bar to talk,
Well,
not to drink.
you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that.
Look at that person wearing the hard
Nobody
hat
can blame
over
you for anything.
over on the right side,
Thanks.
just nodding.
I do
so
feel a
odd.
little better.
He was just like, yep. That's what's going on. Is he still there? He's still there. He's just like, yep. Yeah. Interesting. Just one of the regular patrons not involved in the case, I figure. How do you know that? All these generic NPCs that we never see doing anything, they're just here. It's dark as shit in here, by the way. Flashlight don't help. It's brighter for you guys, because, you know, my setup. Here's Carol. She sings. Let's talk to her, since we're here. Maybe she'll sing for us.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol,
Look,
you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket
This-
with this mark on it.
this helped us find her faster, though. That's good. He didn't even show her the picture. He's, like, holding it the wrong way.
I'm busy, gotta go.
That face, though. He looks so sad. Oh, no, he looks happy. Why's she walking like that? Trying to look pretty? You ain't pretty. Get out of here. Oh god, the lip syncing is so terrible. Oh, by the way, I believe this is the song I was talking about in that one portion of the game where the music box was playing. I think it was this. But this is the version with the lyrics. That guy's got some bags under his eyes. God damn. He looks like he hasn't slept a whole year. Kind of reminds me of Brian the Insomniac. I still need to go back to that guy. I just want to go see him just to be like, hey, how you doing? I don't know if he's tied to a mission or anything. I think most of the NPCs are. Everybody has like their own little mission you do for them. Alright, she's saying, I guess we can talk to her again. I hope she doesn't sing again. That's gonna be annoying. My brother is at the sheriff's department, isn't he? Poor guy having to watch over Nick, who didn't even do anything. Oh, if I remember correctly, Thomas is her brother. Completely forgot about that. Sorry. Let's talk to George again, because it's yellow. That means he has info.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
What?
Zack, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Why are you all dressed up?
Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
Already had a good man-to-man with York. So now I gotta sit
I think
and talk
George
to
likes
Emily?
you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
Oh, they used to date. I bet you. Isn't it like against like job
Okay.
regulations to date other
He
employees?
did ask me out when I first came to town.
Oh, never
I
mind.
was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Why is she rocking back and
Past
forth like
tense.
that? I'm just,
Yeah,
they're
she's
both doing
gone
it.
now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
It's a thing.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Just the awkward rocking back and forth. They were both doing it. It was kind of creepy. Because I'm pretty sure when you're sitting down and you're like having a talk with someone, you don't awkwardly rock back and forth like that. At least I don't. I know how to sit still. Alright, what's next? Are we still here? Is it morning?
I had a good time tonight.
Whoa! That was
Good
loud.
night,
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes.
Yes.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
How's the wall flickering? What is going on there? Never mind, I don't even want to know. That's my rendition of the song. Get over it. Alright, how do you drive again? Every time I play this, I forget how to drive. Okay. I got the buttons down. It takes like 2 seconds. Alright, now we gotta head back to the hotel, I believe. Is it possible for me to go to George's house? I've been wanting to, like, give him the flower for his mom for the longest, and I'd like to get that out of the way if possible. Where does he live? Thomas. Apparently Nick has a quest. While in prison? Okay, let's do that. Filler episode, yeah! I don't even know if I'm allowed in there when they're closed. Make the turn. What the hell is the, do I pop the map out again? There we go. Oh, it's behind me. Shit. I probably could have just made a right, but whatever. I'm gonna go around the whole block, why not? It says they're closed, so I'm assuming I can't go in there. But Nick has a quest. Whoops. No, I lost monies. I need the monies.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
Well,
Yeah.
I'll join you if you like, but I do need to get that report written.
I'd like to
Once
get
you're finished, let's head back to the hotel.
Okay, I'd like to get the map smaller, thank you. It wouldn't let me because he was having a conversation with himself. Yeah, it's not gonna let me in. That's butt. That's butt. Nick has a mission. Okay, forget it. I'll go back to the hotel. No filler episode. I'm gonna drive like this for once. Let's see how well this goes. This turn, there we go. Get off the road. I missed the turn. Maybe I can cut through here. Hopefully I don't run through the race thing. No, stop going forward. You know what? I'm just gonna go back this way. Up.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois.
What? This doesn't break?
Cut open from the throat.
I hit a
to the
damn
crotch.
street lamp post
Ripped
thing
right
and that
open.
exploded pretty
During
easily.
the autopsy, a
going the
second
right way?
stomach was found inside the first
No.
victim's body.
I apologize. This is the thing that drives me nuts. Damn map system. Alright, to get to where I need to go, I have to make a right, then make another right, and then make another right. Okay. Simple enough. Simple enough when I don't miss the turn I'm supposed to make. Kinda hard to see with the giant map on the screen, but I needed this big to see. Oh god. Whose house is this? Do I even care? It's closed. I don't know how your house can be closed. That means it was open for business at one point. Look how you can just look around while you're driving. You don't even gotta look at the road. You just look up at the ceiling, look in the back. I missed my turn. Oh no, I almost missed it. It's right here. I don't need you no more, Matt. Also, the the mirrors don't reflect anything. They show like static images. Am I going the right way? I pray to Jesus. I might be driving to the beginning area, and that's happened to me like twice. Okay, no, I'm done. Must hurry. This GPS system doesn't even work. Wait, is it actually changing? No, it's not. It's static. Everything is static. Shock. Sorry. I like static
There was
shock.
another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's
No.
right. That one.
I don't remember what.
Multiple homicide, same MO. Across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age,
Okay.
race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint ID'd the car that was used.
I just want to say the reason
That's
why
where
that
things got
happened
really tricky.
was because I hit both
Perpetrator
acceleration and handbrake.
1993
So instead of like
Cadillac
stopping, the car
Montana
just did a 360 spin over and
was
over. That was
registered
kind of
in
weird.
the name of one senator. No, I don't feel like talking about this anymore. That senator's basement. I wish I could forget what I saw there.
Are we good? I wanted him to finish his exposition so we don't have to listen to it again. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad to listen to, it's just I don't want to hear the same thing being repeated. Ah, man. Them biscuits. What do we do now? Do I go to sleep? Oh no, we're typing up our report. This is the point where everything you've done up to this point you have to kind of recall. The game wants to make sure that you're paying attention. So it's going to ask you things and then you got to answer correctly. I don't think you get penalized for picking the wrong one. It just tells you to pick again, so. But I guess you save
Yeah, let's go
time
over our
instead of like picking the wrong one over and over until you get the right one.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
No. There were shadows. I don't even...
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very
That's
little
what that
time had
was?
passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are 2 possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other.
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Kaysen! I know! He was there! Also the dog. Quint was there too, but he was outside, apparently. Kaysen was there.
That's right. Casey. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
I think you heard footsteps. A gunshot. Dog barking. Is that like 2 different guns? This is like, look at that! That's 2 different guns attached to each other.
That's wrong, Zach. What did
Wait.
Kaysen hear when he was locked in the basement?
I thought he heard footsteps. I remember him saying he heard footsteps. Wasn't gunshots. Was it?
That's wrong, Zach.
Look, I guess it was
What did
gunshots.
Kaysen hear when he was locked in the basement?
I could have sworn he said he heard footprints too. Like, not footprints, footsteps. But apparently he
What's
heard
wrong?
gunshots.
What did Kaysen hear when he was locked in the basement?
I picked every one! What do you want from me? What do you want?
That's it.
I could've sworn I picked that!
Boots passing by.
What?
Nick was wearing
What just
boots.
happened? I could've sworn I just picked boots. I picked boots first!
Likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest. Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Do I get to say yes or no? Yes, no. I don't know. That I don't know face looks serious. No.
Me too. Asha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer.
So we're getting
Remaining
stuffed
leads.
are full of seeds.
There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession.
And she refuses
The
to
man
give
with
it
the
to us.
tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan. Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
She looks so sad right now.
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
The facial expressions kill me sometimes.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly. Baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like
Why
me.
is he like pelvic thrusting?
And
Oh my
he was
god.
hardly ever at home. The
Why
only
can't these
words he
people
ever
sit
had for me
still?
were
It's
harsh ones.
understandable we're breathing, like humans breathe.
I had a vivid
but they don't
imagination.
spaz out and do weird
I
things when they
remember
breathe.
he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
The
Shoot.
faces, man. Oh man.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
That's
Zach
personal. That's classified. That's...
Is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist.
What? Sounds
Even
like
if
something
it means
Wesker would say.
losing someone that you love.
Global situation.
When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always.
York!
We can
right
get
here.
through this together.
York. York.
Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
I'm very angry. Why are you telling about me?
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless?
I like her hands.
I was never expecting to hear you say
like her
that.
fingers are going through her dress.
There might be a modest guy in
I'm
you
sorry.
after
I
all.
noticed like the weirdest little things.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
It's like the little things that drive me
Maybe
crazy.
hopeless, but not useless.
Just watching her fingers go through her dress, it's like, what? Are you
Zach,
human?
do you think Emily got home safely?
Why'd you take her home?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
Zach gets all the ladies.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
I'll fight fair. I'm a cheat. Get all the ladies. Alright, what are we doing now?
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please!
What's with that weird echo?
Just for a moment. 1 second. I hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad.
What's wrong with Nick?
I know you're there. Come on, please. Thomas.
Awkward.
Thomas. 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 Thomas.
What is with that echo? The voice actor was having fun with that. Anyway, if I remember correctly, we one point when we go to the police station, we're gonna have to deal with like the darkness area. So, oh god. Oh god. There's the amulet. So they were all a part of some type of covenant cult type thing going on. I don't even know. I mean, I do know, but I don't want to spoil it because I want you guys to see for yourselves what's gonna happen. See how much I earned. Yeah, all that money didn't even do nothing. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I know this episode was kind of short, didn't really do anything, but I'm crunched on time and I gotta do other stuff. So, next episode, we're gonna get stuff done. We're gonna go to the police station, most likely, and see what's going on with Thomas and Nick and Junk. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been Masamaki 21, and I will see you guys next time.